Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Hey everybody, it's Dr. Loren Michaels-Harris, and I'm here today with a burning question just for you. Be honest, have you spent hundreds of dollars trying to get your message on the stages? Perhaps you've paid for coaching that took you absolutely nowhere. Well, guess what? We're going to change all that. If you answered yes, I'm here to help you. Back when I first started, it took just one short year, and I was able to write the book on how to get paid for your message. Now, I'm taking it one step further. After hundreds of paid speaking engagements, that's right, hundreds, I'm here to show you how you can do the same thing. Interested? So listen, if you're ready, I mean truly ready, to change the world through your story, then do yourself and the world a favor. Sign up for this 90-minute webinar. I promise you, you will not regret it. It's going to change your life.
Before you get it, baby, show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Boy, I'm standing right here holding up a sign, shamelessly displaying my state of mind. You walk right past me, pretending like you don't see what's yours for the taking tonight.
Good morning. Oh my goodness. Okay, for real. This qualifies. I'm so glad my husband isn't awake to catch this. Oh, I just told on myself. I didn't turn on any one of the monitors back there. Is that a senior moment? No, I just forgot. See, we got to watch how we talk to ourselves. Seriously. I'm So anyway, you see the robe is not on, it's back here, and the stuff is coming on. I can do this in front of you. It's live TV. We're transparent people. So divine timing. Don't question it. Just lean into it like I'm doing right now. So anyway, I want to say good morning to all of you while I do this. Welcome to today's distracted. No, I'm not even going to put that on there. Today's wonderfully magical, miraculous episode of Bathrobe Moments. It's Casual Friday, as you see. So anyway, well, I know I'll get that stuff together after I get my guest in, because she gets to do, I give them that 1 minute where they get to chat it up with just you, create their own vibe with the audience, if you will. So let me focus on what's important right now. I can get to that in a minute. What's important is that we are here. We have found our way through all kinds of treacherous terrain. I don't mean in the last few minutes of the last day. I mean from the moment we drew our first breath. We were on course, believe it or not, for all of us who are here and those who will come to this spot later. We were destined to meet here. It was already in the stars. So let's find out why, shall we? That's the great news. Now we have to find out what was so important that we went through everything so far in our journeys to get to this moment we're living right now. That's called sacred space. Can I get an amen? I'll kick it off. And let me at least mute you back there. What is that? Because I have ADHD. I'll turn around and there'll be a cartoon on, and you guys won't see me for 30 minutes. I'll forget you're here and start watching the cartoons. ADHD, I love it. It's really my superpower. But you got to learn how to use it. So anyway, welcome to it. Hey, who wants a valued life? All of us, every single one of us. And today's guest, Gemma Serenity. I should have practiced how to say the second. Let me try it again. My guest today, Gemma Serenity, is here, and I'm so excited. Okay, first of all, I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I went looking into her, I was like, okay, why would she want to be on my that's that what do you call that? Imposter syndrome trying to rear its head in me. I was like, she's so smart. She's gone to MIT, all these great achievements. She's so brilliant, you guys. I was like, why would she want to come on my show? I heard something say, would you stop? We all have our gifts. Now, she's inspiring millions of women and girls to step into the energy of success. She is a domestic violence survivor. And that doesn't define her. Trust me. It's like, whew, let me just get her in here, because some things you can't even explain. You just have to get baptized inside of the experience. I feel another amen coming on. There it is. Amen. I'm ringing the bell before we get her in here. I see you guys. The numbers are building. Come on in. Let's hit 1,000 again today. We're at 457. Tell a friend right now. Share this episode out right now. Won't you please? Bless somebody else in the manner in which you yourself would hope or desire to be blessed. Go on now. Share it out. Share it out. It's free. And let me say good morning to all of you. I see all of you, you beautiful people. I don't see just numbers on the screen. Every number represents a soul. So I see you, and good morning to you. So let's get our guest in here. I've held you. I waited for you guys to get in here. So come on. Here we go. Here we go. Friday edition coming up. Down the hall she comes. I can hear her. Clickety clack, clickety clack. Huh. Sounds like she dressed up for us. I can swear I hear heels. Here comes Gemma Serenity.
How amazing it is to join you, Dr. Loren. Thank you so much for this warm introduction.
Thank you.
Imagine that.
I want to be serene. I want to see if I can be serene. I love that word.
Serene. That word.
Enough.
Oh my gosh. You know what? That name is my chosen name once I transformed from 15 years of domestic violence to an empowered, complete, like poised, present, confident woman. And I
Wow.
can tell you one thing. One of the first big aha moments I experienced with a healer I didn't know. First healing session, it's something with cellular resonance technique.
Yeah.
First session, he tested on my body with the muscular response. Is it safe, right, and good to be a woman? And my entire body said, "Oh no, absolutely not." But I was still dealing with the aftermath of 15 years of domestic violence. It
Oh,
did
well,
not
wait.
feel
Don't go in
safe.
yet. Walk around the pool, but don't get in yet. Don't get in the
Okay,
pool yet. Don't get in the
okay,
pool yet. I got to set it
okay,
up. So, okay,
okay,
because there's some other things I want to establish. I'm gonna move you over here. I think I
okay.
am. Someone's going. What is wrong with my mouse today? Maybe I need to change the batteries in it. Um, my mouse won't move. Okay. Okay, I guess I'm supposed to leave it the way it is. See, sometimes there's nothing wrong with stuff. That's just co-creation saying, don't change anything right now, or don't do this, or don't go there, and you got to listen. We have to listen. But now it says I can do it. So I'm going to move you over here,
Huh,
okay, on that side of the screen, so that when I do this, see how I
okay,
did that? Okay. So, but not yet, not yet. I don't want to do that yet. So I'm going to go back to this. But I want to start with this. Clearly I detect an accent. Are you from New York City, or is that a southern accent I hear? Texas, maybe. Mississippi?
none of those, sorry. It's a French accent who learned Californian accent and then it did not really work. And now I moved to Arizona. So I just try to mix up all that I hear and how to convey a message the best way possible. And sorry, but I cannot lose
Oh
my
my God.
accent. And then
Do you speak
everybody says,
French?
"It's so pretty." I say,
Do you speak
okay.
so you speak French?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I do too.
Ok, so on
Yeah.
peut aussi parler français, mais je sais pas
No,
combien de gens vont nous
I don't know.
comprendre ici.
I don't know that version. I don't know that version. I do know this one. Farah Jacques, Farah Jacques. See, I spoke French.
Dormez-vous, dormez-vous, sonnez les matines, ding dong dong, ding dong dong. Yeah, that is one of the first songs we learn when we speak French and we are like toddlers.
What does it mean? I don't. It could be. Um, you
I
could
can
be
tell you.
saying anything. What is
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. It means, so first of all, the setup, because of the choice of words, is in a monastery. So when we say Frère Jacques, that means brother Jack.
Oh,
Okay? So Frère Jacques means brother Jack,
okay.
brother Jack. Dormez-vous means, are you sleeping?
Oh, better not
And
be.
then,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
and then sonnez les matines, that means like ding the big wake up
L.
bell. You know,
Uh-huh.
you use the bells that you do every single time.
Yeah.
Say sonnez les matines, that means like, okay, exactly. That means, hey,
Wake up.
brother Jack, you have to wake up so that you
Oh,
can ding, 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 ding. And then it's like ding, dang, dong, because you hear the bell. This is what it means.
oh, I might put that in my new show opener for next season.
You
Ding, ding,
can.
ding, 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 ding. Because I use the bell and we wake up here. Yay.
Hey.
Listen, I want to give you a minute to just say hello. Don't go into the story or anything, but talk. I want you to pour from your heart on that thing. Just give them 60 seconds of the thing you do today that you are 1,000,000% positive allows you to ease suffering somewhere in this world.
Oh,
Okay, so
beautiful.
just we're not selling nothing or this at this point right now. But somebody needs to hear what you do. I'm telling you, because what you're going to talk about, the healing you're bringing today, has splattered on more people than you could ever imagine. And I know there are many listening now. You may not even know it's you. So lean in, tune in, take it away, Jim. Give them 60 seconds of your passion.
All right. Thank you so much. What I really want to tell you is that you are not alone. You may feel alone. You may feel that the entire world is crushing around you, but you are not alone. First of all, I understand. And then so many people around you may understand if you would just dare to share your heart and how you feel. You still have to choose who you share that with. But I can tell you, when you listen to your heart, you can absolutely 100% connect with the right people who understand where you are at and can lead you further or can lead you out of that state of emotional pain that you have been carrying for so long, decades. I know because I have been there too. And I can tell you one thing, pain is an illusion that feels real, but it's still an illusion. That also means another thing, pain is gone. Think about that.
Very nice. Thank you, Gemma, for that. So welcome to the show. So now let's go back to, let's do a little origin story. Let's get a little of your origin story. So tell us about how life was for little Gemma of 8, 9, 10 years old. Where was she? And what was her world like?
Yeah, that's a beautiful question. 8, 9, 10 years old. I was living in Colombey in Switzerland, the canton du Valais.
Oh,
And it was in my perception, it was paradise on earth because we were nested at the bottom of the mountain. So all that we could see was those gigantic mountains around us. And to me, that was a safe space. The origin is a safe space. Now at school, it was not super safe because I must have always been a little bit different and attracted some bullies. So at school it was like huge, not good, because I was like constantly bullied around by two specific people, really like those two people, and I was like running away and trying to rush back home as soon as I could. And one day, my father was present at home unusually, absolutely abnormal. And he saw me rush with all that fear on me. And he looked at me saying, what's up? And I said, those two guys, oh my gosh. I mean, I just escaped them. Yes. And but I mean, 8, 9 years old, and still those two were also 8, 9 years old. We were the same age, but they were bigger and taller than me.
Yeah, just boys. They probably liked you.
Well, I don't know.
You know, little boys, when they like little girls, they pull their hair.
Yeah.
They bully them. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
go on with the story. So.
And then when my father looked at me and saw that I was really scared and I felt really awful from that situation, he asked me, okay, so what's going on? Well, those two guys, okay, can I have their name, their father's name and everything? Well, I am to find out what I can because I don't know these things, you know. But I found out. And he said, okay, let me just give a phone call. He called the father of the most bully of the two.
Oh.
And and he said, okay, hey, hello, I'm the father of Gemma. And so your son is actually bullying her. Do you actually know that? And the guy was there, huh? No, never heard of that. Oh, interesting. Can we come and meet you with her and maybe we can talk to your son? Maybe we can like flatten that.
Yes.
Resolve it.
Yes,
maybe
yes,
it is resolvable. And we went there. I can tell you that such a bully of a boy to me was such a lamb and a coward towards his own father, looking at my own father, and he was like, oh my gosh, I have to cool down and to stop that behavior on the spot. And what I heard and know is that as soon as we were gone, he got the beating of his life from his own father. At that time, it was standard and normal.
To get a whipping. Yeah.
Yes.
But let me ask you something there, because I used to think like that's what he gets, because I had bullies, of course.
Yes, of course.
You know, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But what I've learned, tell me what you think. But what I've learned is that oftentimes, like, let's call your bully Billy. So let's say
Okay.
Billy, he got that beating from his father, but how do we know he didn't get one earlier in the day already? How do
We
we
don't know
know
that.
his father didn't hit him every day? Because
We don't know that.
sometimes people who do the bullying, it's because they're being bullied. And then sometimes those of us who are the recipients of bullying, later we become a bully. So it's very slippery. It's like a rock with a bunch of moss on it that you're trying to jump across barefoot. You ever stepped on a rock that had slippery, slimy moss on it? Yeah, you can just you can fall. And so what I love about the trauma known as bullying is that it teaches you, it has the opportunity or the possibility of teaching us a very profound definition of grace. Because just like we said, serenity is a word we don't say it enough. Why aren't we hearing that word enough? You know what I mean? Serenity. That I mean it. I didn't even know I was going to think this way until because this is a sacred space. So when I see the word and hear the word within a sacred space, it goes, hey, and get your attention. If I see your name in the middle of, I'm doing drugs in my kitchen or whatever, and drunk or wherever, it's not a sacred space. It's just a space. I might miss the whole meaning, the whole experience that is waiting for me inside that word. So I want to, let's go to this. You, brilliant woman. Here you are. I don't even have to read all the words in like on your LinkedIn and where it says, I can just feel it radiating out of it. Brilliant woman, a scientific mind, a business, an entrepreneurial mind, a healing mind, a whole bunch. It's almost like you possess multiple souls almost. I'm telling you what I see. Okay, just very, very interesting. So, tell us this. This is where I think you can really heal today in here. You don't look, so what I'm saying as why I said all that about your degrees and how brilliant you are is because you're a smart woman. You're no dummy. You're not easily controlled. You know how to think on your own. You know how to stand on your feet. You know all that stuff. But somehow, a narcissist, I was told, in my download, because it's usually groomed you. So can you take us into the beginning of the grooming?
Yeah, I can do that. My God. So interesting. I think that my weak point was my curiosity. I think that was the part that allowed me to be sucked into and groomed into being completely the puppet of a narcissist. That's true. Narcissist and honestly a ton of other disorders. Later on, much later on, we discovered what, but narcissism is one of them, of course. I mean, just
it's
behavior.
like a big old Subway sandwich with a whole bunch of meat on it. Each one is a different character trait.
Totally.
Okay, go ahead.
But the truth is that my curiosity, I was protected in a cocoon at home. Not that it was perfect, but I was protected and shielded from life. And at 17 years old, I was such a thirsty of knowing, show me life, teach me life. I want life.
Wait a minute.
And that is what I wanted.
We got to fix something on the stage. So when you said a cocoon, most of us, I'm sure I don't want to speak for all of us, but for me anyway, when you said a cocoon, I thought you were talking about with the narcissist, but I now believe you mean mom and dad. That was the cocoon. So so are you about to tell us you went from a cocoon into a prison cell?
Yeah, exactly.
Or a torture chamber?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Or a mad scientist lab?
Nothing sort of, yeah.
You know why it is? You know why I use that? I got the download for that. You know why? Here's something new for you. Mad scientist lab, yes, because you were used as a guinea pig. You were experimented on. Think about it. Narcissists like to test things because they're control freaks. So you don't see that?
I can see that.
that they, think about it. How all of a sudden something that used to be okay is no longer okay for no reason. Well, wait a minute. I didn't. Well, when did this come about? Okay. You know what I mean? Anything to keep you ducking and dodging bullets. So so tell us, how old were you? Younger than your narcissist?
Oh yes. Not so much. 3 years younger.
Okay, that's not so much. So did you think you were in love?
Oh yeah. I thought I was madly in love. I was mesmerized. So I mixed up being mesmerized because he was so extraordinary, so wow, out of this world.
In what way?
And so interesting.
In what way?
Because this is where it hurts a little bit to answer, but I'm going to answer so that I'm truthful and also other people can recognize their own story.
Yeah.
I know only love, Jesus Christ, church, and everybody is nice, and we are protected. That is what I know growing up. And I have the proof because my father went and protected me against that bully. So even that, I had a proof. Okay.
Yeah.
But then I'm so thirsty about life that I want to know everything. But when I want to know everything and I start to hear, I live in the streets, I know drugs, I may have AIDS, but I'm not sure about that. I have a tattoo. And the guy told me I practiced prostitution. I was like, what? Because a man can do that? Yeah. Why not? I mean, it's a contract.
He was a male prostitute?
Yeah, as well. And I was like, okay, so, and you are, of course, like smoking. It's like, what? I mean, it stinks, that thing. Sorry, but yeah. I mean, I'm not used to smoke. It stinks. And I was there, and then he was wearing that wonderful, attractive black leather jacket with all those beautiful French. It's like, I like that thing. Okay, why do you like that? I don't know. What I did like was, it's so deep.
It sounds like he was a fantasy come to life.
Totally.
Like he jumped off the cover of a book or out of some movie.
Totally. That's how I perceived it at 17 years old.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Older teenager, but still completely teenager, not ready to embrace life. Right?
No, not
just like, I want, like, show me something amazing, ready to be amazed. That I was. And so that is the starting point. And then I'm so mesmerized that I do not stay with the group of people I joined where I found him. I did not stay with that group.
So let's just get this off the table because I know y'all want to know. It begs to be addressed. So let's just say he was super hot, huh?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you feel like Cinderella? Like, oh my God, he picked me. You know what I mean? Did you feel like when people saw you together, you were like, yes, this is my boyfriend? And did he make you think, did he ever say, I love you? Was he able to say, I love you?
No.
That shocks me every time.
No, there was no I love you.
That. Women and men always say, nope, they never said they love me. But you probably said it a lot.
No.
You didn't tell him you loved him?
No.
So do you think you were in love with him?
Now that I know what love is, no.
But at the time,
I was mesmerized. I thought I was mesmerized. I was amazed. He was extraordinary.
Did he make you think that you two were dating exclusively each other?
Yes.
And you believed it?
Yes. But then, how many times did he come back home and told me, okay, and there is that lady and that lady and that lady? He made me sign a paper to promise and to swear that I would never leave him because he is not able to be faithful. So he made me sign a paper that would never be the reason why I leave. He will have other experience with other people. And I must accept that. If I don't, I leave now. He's like, whoa. Okay.
But you didn't leave.
And no. Oh. And I actually learned to change my view, understand that, okay, what that does it mean to cheat on someone? Oh, it means to not tell the person that you are having an affair. Okay,
It's
so
an
how about
open relationship.
exactly? So how about you tell the other person that you have an affair, therefore you're not cheating actually?
But
You're just having an affair.
But look, I just asked you, were you guys dating exclusively? And you said yes.
Yeah.
But you
And
just,
then
but also you
but
have an open relationship.
yeah, this is what he asked me, and I agreed.
See what I mean? It's like now it's not an arrow going in either direction. It's like a tornado spinning or a hurricane eye spinning because it null and voids the other. Because how can you have an open relationship and be exclusive? How can you be exclusive and have an open relationship? It's like oil and water.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so but I'm just saying, but a lot of people live in it. In the eye of the storm. That's how you get in the eye of the storm. So it is a place. It's possible. So it can exist. It just won't be evenly yoked. It won't be serene. It'll be chaotic and a lot of other things. So take us here. Do you remember the day or do you remember the time where it changed from just being verbal or whatever other, let's say the first day physical came in? What was it? What did you get slapped? Did he push you? Did he grab you? Did he just pinch you? What was it? Where did it start?
I have so many instances that just like.
Are you comfortable talking about it? I should ask.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. If it's not,
because it's useful. I have such a big mission. It is so important. I know that when I share or one of my guest speakers share their story of struggle, someone listening connects and understand that they are being heard in their story. This is why I dare to go where it hurts, because I know someone hurting is that, you speak my language, you speak my heart. Oh, thank you for telling my story. No, exactly.
Right.
So this is why I say, yeah, sure, let's go there. Oh my God.
So you get up a normal Tuesday, let's say, going about your business, and then
I forget to bring him something from the store. Something as simple as that. You said that you would go to the store, get me some whatever, and you forgot that. So now I'm so mad at you because you make me feel unimportant. Me, you cannot. I mean, hey, do you know who I am? I want respect. Respect is. And that's like, I just forgot that thing. I can just go back and give it to you. I didn't want to upset you. Like, I'm sorry, you know?
Hey, chill, dude.
Exactly. And and he goes with, oh my God. And so usually in that kind of case, he is so worked up in his own burst of anger, feeling unworthy of being served exactly what he wants to receive.
Yeah.
So he feels awful in himself just because I forgot that thing, right? That he actually goes into beating mode. Beating mode, not necessarily on me, but just so close to my head. You see that wall behind? It's like he goes and he just like punch the wall, and it's like, I mean, I psychologically received the hit, but physically not yet. And he's like, So I mean,
so it's rage, and it's rage.
Oh,
just
narcissist,
rage.
Total rage, narcissist rage. It's known.
And rage is evil.
Oh yeah, fully.
Rage is evil. Rage is evil. A lot of teeth, a lot of talent. Now, let me ask you something. While you're in that swirling thing, it's happening. You're seeing the metamorphosis, almost like bipolar.
Oh yeah, no,
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yes, but many times a day, 2 or 3 times a day.
So let's use that same scenario where he's coming at you at the wall.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard. Tell me if you had this experience at all, where a lot of what you receive, how much you're going to get, is based on how good you do with masking. If you show that you're not scared, it's gonna. That's what I've heard sometimes, that they're looking for a response.
That's true.
If you don't give them the response, it's going to be worse. They're going to do something different until they get you to, they see that thing in your eyes that they're looking for.
That is true. That is true.
That's what I've
The
heard.
time, that is true. And I had that experience too. The times when I agreed to go into scared victim feeling and shame, guilt, not shame, guilt feeling, meaning I am the one who upset you. I'm so sorry. Okay. The day I chose that answer toward his anger or his burst of rage were the days he actually calmed down fast, very fast. The days I chose to say, hey, look at your behavior. You're truly not okay. Something is wrong with you. I mean, I'm done. Whoa.
Ooh.
Whoa, you don't say that when I'm
Right, I was going to say.
You don't say that. No, bad idea.
And then run. I'd run.
Oh, yeah. So I did run quite a few times. One day.
You ran. Did you ever run away?
Oh, yeah, I did that. But I came back.
You came back?
Yeah. Don't ask me why.
That's a thing. That's a thing.
I know.
That's
I
this
know.
world. I want to start easing into some of your antidotes. We've now been discussing, since we got here, we've talked about the poison. Now we're going to talk about, we're going to go to one break. And when we come back, we're going to go right into the antidote, starting with this one, a thing I didn't even know existed. And I'm very excited to hear about timeline therapy.
We did that so many times.
Gemma does for clients. And so we're going to start there. When we return, share the broadcast out. Don't you dare go away. We'll be right back.
On July 4th, 1962, I found myself in the lost and found of mankind. Just because something finds its way to the lost and found doesn't mean that it wants to be there. Just because something finds its way to the lost and found doesn't mean that the person who lost it doesn't care for that lost item.
You are writing moments that people will learn from, grow from, and heal through for thousands of years.
Together, we are co-authoring a unique moment in time.
That DNA, those fingerprints, they're going to be gone. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
But it is your story
That they will tell for thousands of years. But only if you leave it. Things that do not serve you must go. The longer you wait, the more time you give them to trick you into serving them.
22 homes in foster care, everything I wore as a scar, as a shame, things that started like Velcro on my spirit. After just a few months, then years, then decades, I had believed myself into believing that they were indelible tattoos. Sometimes we have to be broken down to appreciate the view once we start getting up.
I want you to leave this place and know that you have been changed. Why? How do I know it's true? Because each of you has just changed.
Welcome back to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host, Dr. Loren, and I'm so happy to be here today with my guest, Gemma Serenity. How are you doing?
I'm truly, truly blessed to be here. Thank you, Dr. Loren.
Yes, and it has been just so wonderful so far. Let's get back to it. We're now moving out of the red waters, if you will, everyone, and going to move and ease ourselves inside of the blue waters, okay? In other words, enough of the poison. Let's get to the antidote. So, Gemma, having said that, let's start with this thing called timeline therapy. What is it? Where did it come from? And what's it do for folks?
That is a very good question. Timeline therapy. The idea is that time does not exist for real. It's a human concept that works only on the crust of the earth. That's it. Meaning, go in space, time is not the same. Go inside the earth, time is not the same. Go inside the water, time is not the same. So time is a floating idea that just allows us to actually match at what time do we meet and to actually like organize things and track. This is what it serves. But it is not an actual thing. It is not a real thing. It's a human construct to communicate. So when we understand that, and that we go out of our human brain, human physical envelope, and we go into our spirit, you can change time in the fraction of a second in a thought. It is as fast as a thought. Imagine, remember with your dreams, when you are dreaming at night and you do remember your dream, remember you are here and it's not like, okay, now I want to go to Timbuktu. Okay, how am I going to do? I'm going to take the train and I'm going to wait for how many hours? Now I'm going to take the plane and wait how many hours? No, in your dream, you're here. I want to be in Timbuktu. Okay, now you are in Timbuktu. It's like that. This is how it works. So timeline therapy allows to say, okay, we understand that time is a human construct, it does not exist. Space, exactly the same. It's a human construct, it does not exist. It's just to bring our physical body from one place to another, but it is not a real thing. Because when you go in your spirit world, when you close your eyes and you imagine, you change place instantly. You change time instantly. It is as fast as a thought. And the other part that really counts in that understanding is that all things exist simultaneously. Only the thing that you focus on looks true to you. You can have a completely different experience than I do on the same spot, on the same place. It can be completely different. That means that only what you focus on exists. Okay, so let's focus on exactly. And perspective, that's right.
Perspective, so, wherever you're seeing it from is your view, perspective.
Exactly. And it can be completely different looking at the same thing. It can have a completely different meaning.
Yes. Right.
Okay.
That's why, just let me butt in there. That's why, like, when there's an accident or something at an intersection or a place where there's lots of people and they get all the different, what did you see? Oftentimes they say every one of the accounts is different.
Yeah.
Every one of the accounts, they have some of the same elements in there, but it is not in the same order. It is not the thing that they think. It's all different. It's because of the viewpoint from wherever you're at. So yes. Okay. So what does timeline therapy do for people?
There is one thing that is true. When you go back to a memory, whenever in this time or in another lifetime.
Yes.
When you go back to a memory, now you shift things around. You change perspective. You change the meaning. I have helped one of my clients. She was molested multiple times when she was a toddler, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. It's like, oh my gosh. And I told her, okay, let's do that. Go back to one of these many instances. Okay.
I love it.
You have it? Okay, very good. So now that you have that same person coming to you and going to do things to you that you don't want to, okay, very good. Now change the story. Are you ready? Okay. Now daddy comes in. Boom. What does he do? What are you doing here? You out! Protect my daughter! And you're fired! Oh, wow, that feels good. Now I'm protected. Now I'm loved. Now I'm important. Oh, notice all those I am. You'd say those new I am, those new identity definition. You change the meaning and the story. Now I am empowered. I am my father's preferred and favorite daughter. I am loved. Oh my gosh. Okay. And that shift the entire, like a domino effect on the entire lifetime continuum. Because
Yeah.
now I am my father's fairy daughter, or I am loved.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow, that was powerful. You just popped out and popped back in on your own. Wow. Okay. Ring the bell on that. Great. Now. Let's go to let's see. There's so many things. There's no way we can squeeze all this great stuff that Gemma has for all of you. You're going to have to get over to her websites and different places of her different platforms for yourselves. And we're going to give you all those links here in just a minute before we wrap the show. But let's talk about emotional freedom technique. I think that's another brilliant possibility. Talk about that
Yes.
emotional freedom.
The idea of the emotional freedom technique is to, first of all, it has many things, many words. Emotional freedom technique, that's one of the words. EFT, the three first letters, fine. Tapping, but we talk about tapping
Oh,
as
yeah.
gentle as that. So that is emotional freedom technique. And we tap on the meridian. And just that gentle, repeated touch on the third eye, on the side of the eyes, under the eyes, above the mouth, under the mouth, on the clavicle, on the bone here on the clavicle, under, on the side, under the arms, on the side of the body, any side, one or the other, that's fine. Even both together if you can do that. And on the top, in the middle, here. And then take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. That round, that simple of a round, at the beginning, you pronounce and you say at the same time those terrible things and wrong things that do not serve you, such as I am not good enough, I am just awful. But you know what? And then you move it with your words again. But you know what? I could consider that I am maybe not that bad. Okay. Maybe I could even consider the possibility that maybe I am even appreciated. Oh, look, I'm on Dr. Loren TV show. Woo! So that means that I must be more than not good enough. I must be at least good enough for this show. Okay. Now continue. By the way, did you hear the introduction? Wow. Did you hear what he told?
I
Oh,
just realized
wow.
you were tapping.
And you just like go on and on and on. Okay, so now I feel actually pretty good because he is doing all of that for me. Wow, okay. So maybe I'm not only good enough, but maybe I am a powerhouse. Whoa, that feels good. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, I like to be a powerhouse. Okay, let's say that I am a powerhouse. Now you shifted to positive, now the empowering one. I am a powerhouse. I am so amazing. I'm so smart. Look at all my degrees and all my paper. My gosh. I mean, you still have to have something in your brain to do that. I have that. Wow. I am who I want to be. I have what I want to have. I do what I love to do. I feel so empowered. Wow. Okay. Deep breath in. My gosh, I feel amazing. There is something that happens during that EFT, very short example. And by the way, if you were able to actually follow along, that's pretty amazing because it's super, super powerful. It will disempower and disanchor all the heavy emotional burden you have been carrying on you. It is dissolving it, transmuting it into what you choose to
What you
be,
choose.
have, and do. So you are in power to change the meaning of your emotion because your emotion is just an idea, a thought. So we are actually tapping on our meridians while changing our thoughts. That is what emotional freedom technique, because we are going to get freedom from that.
I love that.
freedom from emotional pain. That's what we're going to get with that. That is one of the other amazing tools that I'm sharing with my
I think that's
clients.
amazing. I think that's amazing, and I'm going to get into that. I'm not kidding you.
Absolutely,
And I've seen it
absolutely.
before, and I said the same thing then, and I didn't follow through. I bet you I do this time. I bet you that. Now, listen, I want to go into. Um, you have a podcast?
Oh yeah, I have two.
And I saw Real Talk, Real Women is one.
Yeah,
What's
that's
the
it.
other one?
Uplift, inspiring stories to uplift the world.
And where do people find these podcasts?
Everywhere. We are everywhere.
Are they audio? Audio only?
Audio is where it is the most prevalent.
Okay.
Since April 2024, the video is not published anymore, but that's okay. We will get back to that.
Okay, good. So, and we're gonna they can find all of that stuff at your website, right?
Everything.
Okay, we're gonna give you guys that information here in a little bit. So let me see. Where do we want to go? Let's talk about how you help. Well, why don't you talk to and not just women, but anybody out there that may be living with some form of abuse.
Yeah.
What do you have any tips? You know what I mean? Like that people can use based on where they're at. You know, sometimes people say, call somebody and but the person may already be away and feel that thing pulling them back. Remember how many times you said you left, but you came back? So, I mean, just tell them, talk to what it is you know they're dealing with, wherever it is they're dealing with it.
You made a decision. And when you made that decision, it was a faithful decision. You promised. And for you, a promise is the biggest binding agreement. You promised to stay against all odds. That's a problem. Because with that binding agreement, you actually bound yourself to your most difficult to live with difficulty in life. Because you agree through that commitment to be abused. And for you to actually break that agreement, it has to be so bad, or to touch at your children, or at your pets, or at something or someone who is so dear to your heart, that is when you will actually shift your perspective on that agreement and break that agreement. But the trick is, you are the only one responsible to give yourself permission to break that agreement to stay in that abusive relationship. Does that mean leaving that person? Not 100% of the cases. I would say a good 85% of the cases, you better get out. There is a 15 or 10% cases where you can actually turn the relationship around, because you are to be two people in a relationship. When one of the people shifts, the relationship shifts. You cannot have the same relationship when you shift enough. It's not going to function the same way. So is it necessarily that you have to leave that person? Not 100% of the case.
Right.
Most time, yes, that's much better for everybody, but not always. So it is not mandatory. Now, if you want to shift, you have to actually accept and imagine a new reality in your mind, in your imagination, before you see it in physical form. As within, so without. What you imagine in your imagination is what will come to pass in your physical reality, because you are a master manifestor. That also means that you are responsible for your experience.
Yes.
I'm sorry to break the news, but it's a fact.
Yep. Accountability. I want to say, oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So when you take responsibility, when you actually accept that you are 100% part of this co-creation with the person who is abusing you, with that toxic relationship, now you are empowered to change and see, okay, is that better for both of us? Is that better for both of us when I get away, or when I actually chase away the other person enough so that the other person leaves?
Yes, yes. Beautiful, beautiful. Listen, wow, somehow we've run out of time because time keeps moving. And we're going to keep moving right along with it so that you stay on time and stay within divine timing. Okay. So remember, there are no mistakes. That's just the universe keeping our shit interesting. So go with it, flow with it, and watch what happens. Gemma Serenity. Thank you so much for today. You've done a great job pouring into us today. And if you all, and I know you do, those of you who are ready to take your understanding to a new level as far as it pertains to your emotions, and think about that timeline therapy opportunity. And just if something doesn't feel right in your life, head over, check Gemma out. On your screen right now, you see the website. This is a link to one of the two podcasts, Real Women, Real Talk, Real Women. And then finally, if LinkedIn is your jam, she'll meet you over there as well. Now, listen, speaking of meeting, let's meet tomorrow. Nope. Almost did. Man, can you believe it's Friday? Monday. How about Monday? Will we do it? I think we will. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, everyone. And I promise to meet you Monday morning, God willing, right over there on the front porch, where together we'll have another wonderful, illuminating conversation. Now get out of here. Don't let my screen door slam on the way out. And remember, as always, Dr. Loren loves you. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. See you later. Gemma, great job. Thank you so much. Stay backstage for a second. I want to say one thing to you. Thanks so much, you guys. Get out of here. I'll see you. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.
Show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How expensive do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Oh, I'm standing right here holding up a sign.